What's going on, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Doc Holiday. We back again. Another HBCU tonight. If you haven't done it by now, make sure that you like the stream. Make sure that you comment, share. Most of all, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell to get everything HBCU Overdrive. And as always, make sure you become a subscriber just by hitting the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. You'll get all the videos from today and look at past videos, past clips, shorts, anything that has something to do with HBCU Overdrive. Once you become a subscriber, you can, follow it all. Also, follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, aka X, at HBCU_Overdrive. And if you want to follow me on Facebook, follow me under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. That's where I go by on there. And second but not least, we do have the exclusive package. If you want to become an exclusive family member, we have the two tiers. We have the blue, we got the purple. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and start merging them together. Just have one package. You get everything that you see on here, member shout outs, all videos that come out before. And then if we decide to do a members only show, that's the only way you'll be able to view the show if you are an exclusive member. And last but not least, we have our donation. Wherever you want to go to, you can hit the Cash App, you can hit PayPal, you can hit Zelle, you can hit the Super Chat, and also, like I said, exclusive membership. Everything that we do when you donate or becoming a member or send a Super Chat, it goes directly back towards the channel. Like I said, it goes towards equipment, it goes towards travel, it goes towards any type of initiative that we got going, we're going to have going on. But it doesn't go towards the pocket. It goes directly into the channel. All right. So, like I said, you can catch me, you can donate on Cash App, HBCU Overdrive. You can also donate on Zelle, David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com, and on PayPal at David Smith 1925. But I'm bringing this kid up right here. He was originally on the show. We talked about his movement from Tennessee Martin to Mississippi Valley State. And we also want to go into a depth about his first season at Valley. I'm bringing back to y'all Mr. Aaron Webb on the show. What's going on, man?
Yo, how y'all doing? How you doing? Appreciate you for having me on the show. Appreciate you. It's all.
Anytime. So, man, tell me, man, how you feel? How you feel today?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm blessed.
All right. So, like I said, we talked about this earlier this summer when you decided to go to Mississippi Valley from Tennessee Martin. Tell me about give me your experience, your first year, your first season at Valley, and what you think you did good and what you think you might need to still improve on.
I would say it was tough in terms of the transition coming from a winning program to the Valley, where it's more so rebuilding, new coaches, new everything. I think it really testament to my mental in terms of, because when you losing, but it's like at the same time, I've never been around so many talented players at one time and still we couldn't get it done. It just was a lot of different things and different elements that I think we can still put together. But it was definitely tough just losing back to back. And, I would say what I need to work on would probably be just understanding, being where my feet lay. I'm a believer, so I really do believe in just praying and stuff will work out and really working at it. I think sometimes my mental kind of shut out a little bit with just the stuff that's going on that may not even have nothing to do with the Valley or just anything. I think being stronger mentally in an environment like that can help my team more. I think what I did good, obviously I played good, played decent, to be honest. I feel like my ceiling is so much higher in terms of, I got injured the last 4 games, so I missed the last 4 games of the season.
Okay.
So I still finished with 30 tackles, 2 PBUs. Like my production was pretty good, and it's a lot of good cats on that team. So it's very deceiving in terms of our record. And Coach Wade and Valley can only do so much if certain people are not behind us as well. So I would say it's still a program, still trying to build, still trying to gain on the right things. I've met a lot of good people. I'm happy to be at a HBCU. I think my whole trajectory of my career is changing. I'm getting more exposure. Just the SWAC in general and all the it's great connections. I mean, I love it in terms of the aspect, and obviously you want to win in football, of course. But
right, and so you see where had 22 total tackles,
yeah,
13 solo, 1 fumble recovery, and that was against Delta State.
Yeah.
So in terms of your play and what you saw and how you see what the program is how it's going to move forward, what do you think that if Coach Wade was sitting in your house right now and he's evaluating you from the season, what is the first 3 things that he gonna say that I want to improve on this?
I would say being a true leader. I would say not even being a true leader. I think just really pouring into others. I think sometimes, when you go in, and it's just a human-like nature, you go in and you want to be about everybody. That's obviously the goal. But you want to also make sure you're getting yours because you're trying to set yourself up to get to the league and other opportunities. I think he would say just pour in and try to help the other people who haven't been to a UT Martin or who don't believe that they can be something more or who don't I think that's what he would want from me. Just that other dynamic. I think taking it was always here because I was blessed to be at another program and to see that foundation. And it's obviously hard being one person coming to one program and trying to help change the whole. Just because when you're at a program that's not used to winning, it's extremely hard. So I would say that for sure. Durability, staying healthy. Because I'm out there hitting like I'm 200 pounds, 220. I'm only 170 wet. So it's like, it's just a lot of different things. I would say durability and I think that's pretty much it. But all in all, pretty much gave it. All I got is still positive. I'm still positive. I'm still sure that Valley can be a good program. And I still have confidence in them.
All right. Coach Wade, his first year.
Yeah.
How do you feel? What do you think about having Coach Wade there at Valley? What was the atmosphere when Coach is in there?
I would say Coach Wade is a very cool coach, very fun coach, but he really is very on like what he says and what he put. Like he really does mean that. I even had just my PWI is structured, but at HBCUs, it's a little bit more grind. I think I really got the best pulled out of me in terms of the person. Like it wasn't just about football. Sometimes PWIs and it's really just about football. And once you leave football, they don't really talk to you. Like it's nothing really, I think Coach Wade really demanded the best from me. And sometimes I couldn't see that until, certain things hit but I would say really the whole staff just demanded the best of me as a person. I think obviously coming from a wide receiver coach to head coach is a drastic jump. Usually, people are coordinators before they can become a head coach. I think it's just a lot of different things that he can still figure out. And but all in all, it was a good environment with him around. I love Coach Wade. And he was actually really a big reason that I got the NIL with Mark Jefferson. He connected me through that. So I thank him for that.
Okay. So yeah, let's get into that. The NIL deal, what you had signed, go into more detail and description about that deal that you signed.
Okay. My agent, Mark Jefferson, Super cool dude, established man, like, and it's with Jefferson Sports Enterprise, a huge agency in Mississippi, and getting known worldwide. It's located in California, but Coach Wade, it was really already in the works, and it was something that I wanted to do because when I come down to a place, like knowing I was coming from Martin to the SWAC is a whole different ball game. I feel like I love everything that has to deal with the SWAC because you can say what you want about them big schools, but I just get a different feeling with the SWAC. Like I just feel like it's no other fan bases and nobody gonna ride for their teams like, you know, like you for Jackson State. People, I just think it's different. So I wanted to be a part of that. So it took a little minute. I kind of had to be patient on when I was going to be able to get to sign because it comes with exposure. It comes with a lot of different things that I didn't know I had to learn with being a race. So I was able to be a trailblazer and be the first defensive player ever signed to the agency. So when I got here, when I had signed there, as soon as you, and it's kind of deceiving because when you sign, you thinking like, dang, okay, where's my deals? When is it going to come? When is it? All right, it's time for me to, you know, you can't compare yourself to the people at the big schools. It's all about politics. You're not going to get a 3,000 deal that somebody at Colorado just got with Dion and you at the Valley. So it comes with a lot of different things too. But he was able to give me a numerous amount of opportunity. I just secured a deal with 5-Star Dynasty, being the first HBCU player ever to have a trading card. Having my merch, NIL Pro Shop, No Cap Sports, and just other opportunities that I'm still looking forward to. So I'm thankful for that as well. And it's still more things that I'm working on, just kind of being silent, kind of letting God take over it. You never want to mention things too soon, but I'm also working on my body, staying durable, and just going into my last year, my senior year.
Right. So playing on that defense where we know you talk about Mississippi Valley, you play hard and you don't give up. Tell me about the defensive players that you have on your squad that you feel like, hey, we got something going on right here, and I don't think nobody can actually take this away.
I would say it's a lot of different. I honestly feel like it's crazy, but I honestly feel like I was around more talented in terms of players that I've seen with the skill sets at Valley than Martin. I just think it just was different because of coaching, different structured, and the history of the programs. But I would say we had people like Chris Fagan, who's number 4. He played everywhere on the defense, safety, corner, heart of a lion. We had Caleb Canada, super tall corner, long, probably big NFL prospect. He used to have NFL coaches up there every day. So, and he's young. So it's just a lot of different things. I think it's plenty of names I can name. We had a very vocal leader, B. Williams, very game of football. He taught me a lot of different things, along with Coach Thompson, my defensive coordinator. It's really a lot of names. Dietrich Jones. But I can keep naming them all day, but that's really the main. I seen that I was so. Oh, and Omar Emmons. Oh, just got PFF All-American. And he wasn't even on the depth chart almost. And
wow.
For him to come and rise and have that story, I couldn't do nothing but be happy for him. And I just got done talking to him. So amazing guy. All of them are amazing. Even amazing guys more than they are players. So it's a lot of deceiving things, and you could say what you want about the Valley, but it's definitely talent breeding up. And a lot of
I have nothing bad to say about Mississippi Valley. So, you know what I'm saying? They gave you 3, actually 4, because I'm gonna add in, you got Deacon Jones, you know what I'm saying? You got Willie Totten, who was pretty much arguably one of the best QBs back in the day. You got Jerry Rice, who was all world, just everything, you know. And then you got Ashton Ambrose, because I know he's a Valley great also. So, and I seen he had came and talked to y'all. One of the games, I forgot which game it was. Tell me how about, you know, when Ashley came up through there and talked to the team.
Man, that was huge. And I'm gonna be honest, like I didn't really know who he, and it's crazy enough for me, I didn't really know because I wasn't big into like HBCU history and HBCU football and just the cats that came from there. So I was honored to even be around him and to soak up the knowledge. But it was dope because when he came, it's almost like he's had a career in the NFL. He got to the level we wanted to be and sat in that same locker room, had them same complaints, was tired on the same days and did everything we did. So it kind of put my mind in a different perspective and everybody else. Like, we really don't got it hard. Like, we really got more resources now. We got social media. We got things that he didn't have, and he still made it. And he also really just went into the work that really has to be put to become an HBCU legend and to become somebody that can be dominant at this level. So that was special to me because anytime anybody, and it didn't even have to be him, it could have been a janitor that went to the Valley. I'm pretty sure you can learn something from anybody. So that was special to me, though. And the team
That's
is
good. I mean, but that's good though. That is good though that you got to you talked to one of the a Valley great, and you just seen, just going through the hallway through the locker room, you see the rich tradition of the tradition that came through Valley, and you trying to restore that tradition. And we all gonna say, Valley hasn't had the most prominent, like as far as when it comes to exposure and just winning tradition. But when Valley gets on that, win, like if you can win five, I'll tell you like this, if Valley win five games, that's a successful season to us in the SWAC. What are some things that, as far as for your defense goes, that you think that everybody can take from and kind of get themselves to get better?
I would say just paying attention to detail. I think the little things we took for granted. And I also want to shout out two more guys I completely forgot. Blake. You got Blake and Chase Alexander. Like, it was a lot of great cats on the defense. It's just so many to name, but I had to mention them. Those was good cats. But I would say paying attention to detail and really not taking for granted each down. I think as a defense, we had freshmen playing too. It just was a lot of different elements that's no excuse, but being young and not having experience at Division I level, especially the SWAC, takes a toll though. Like, coaches see that and take advantage of it. But I think just really paying attention to detail, really doing what our coaches ask, being coachable, and just going hard and understanding that, like, nobody gonna give us nothing. We're not gonna get no calls. You're not gonna get nothing. You got to go and take it each game. So I think just having that mindset and trying to really shift that, I think that's the biggest thing moving forward. And that starts in the off season, the summer, and really just now, just reflecting on the season and knowing how bad the record was is already like, motivation enough. Because to be honest, me and a lot of people on that team didn't come from losing programs and are not used to losing. So it was kind of a nasty taste in my mouth. So it's just a lot of different things, man.
Okay, I feel you on that. So first game of the season, y'all in Chicago, play against Central State. You walk out there on the field, Soldier Field, the famous Soldier Field. I don't like how it is constructed now, but if you would have saw it back in the early 90s, I mean the 90s, and before they did construction in the early 2000s, you would get the feel of it. But just to walk out on the field in the NFL stadium, how did you feel about that? What was your thought process on that?
I was excited. I was blessed. I had nerves for any of those games, any classic, any games where you get to be in an NFL stadium and get to see those banners hanging up, all the legends that was playing. Just great. Like, but I felt it even when I went to the locker room, just walking down the thing, we got off the bus, walking up to there, seeing the security, seeing how everything is set up, seeing how stuff really works. That was a bless. Like, I'm blessed, and I can't do nothing but thank God for the position I'm in. in the position he's put me in, and the people he's put around me. And you remember, like Martin, I played at the Titan Stadium. So I didn't think I was going to play in another NFL stadium before. That stuff is not given. Like, everything just lined up. And then I ended up playing again in the Colts Stadium at the Classic.
Yep, at Circus City Classic.
And we can move. I'm sorry, we can move to that.
No, go ahead. Tell me about that one, because
that was probably my biggest game. Like, my coming out, like, okay, because it was against NC Central, one of the best teams in FCS football, in all football, and I racked up 10 total tackles. And I had a phenomenal game in terms of me just kind of being locked in and kind of understanding the moment, because I told myself, and I really prayed. I knew my mom was coming too. So, I'm thinking, like, I'm finna ball out for my mama. This is her first time really seeing, like, her son, start the whole game and really take over. So it was just one of them things. I had a lot of emotions. And that was my biggest game. That was the game I enjoyed the most, despite the score. I had fun that game, and all in all, like, I was at an NFL stadium, looked up and seen Peyton Manning's name. It's just stuff like that I can't take for granted. I had to take so many pictures. I was excited.
All right, man. So, like I said, you're coming into the SWAC. Tell me, what is your thought on SWAC football? Your own personal thought on SWAC football.
Considering I didn't really know too much about it, and now coming into it, first of all, I don't understand why SWAC would get any disrespect anyway. The same talented players in those skill positions in the SWAC can play at those big PWIs, those Power 5 schools. It's no difference. It's just they didn't have the experience or exposure in high school. The only difference between FBS and SWAC and all of that is the linemen. That's I've seen a lot of good cats in HBCU in the SWAC in general. Obviously, powerhouses like FAMU. Who else? Prairie View. Really, every team in the SWAC is good to me. They have a lot of good players. And honestly, I love the SWAC. Like I said, I've only been in it for a year and still getting my feet wet. It's a different ball game because I like how they come. They don't care where you came from. They don't care if you came from Tennessee Martin or University of Tennessee. They're going to come at your throat, and you got to show them something. So it's the mindset that I think the SWAC has. And obviously there's other things that probably need to be fixed with the SWAC, but it's a lot of good talent, and I have nothing bad to say about the SWAC. Like I said, best.
All right. So let me see. I'm going back to your record. So, okay, so you didn't play against us, and I knew if you would have played against us, you would have kind of gotten up for that game. But I was looking for you, because I was like,
it was a few people on that staff that seen that, because I don't think they knew I wasn't playing. I got hurt literally right before. Like, I came and I was on the cart coming to roll into the thing, and I didn't have no pads or nothing on. And I think the coach is like pointing at me. But it was it was definitely people looking.
All right. So let me see. Recruiting. So yesterday was early signing day. Y'all ended up signing 16 players. How you feel about this? The early sign, the early recruiting class coming in January.
Me personally, that's amazing and all, and obviously is great. But you can recruit 100 players. I think if you're not getting the right fit, I mean, it doesn't matter, because, I mean, it just goes in testament. We had the highest recruiting class ever in Valley, and we had a worse record than last year. So it's just about putting the pieces together. But that's definitely great for us to get those recruits. And I just really want to transform it and really have it translate. And that's really all I'm going to say about that, because it's such a good highlight. But when you look into it, honestly, it's just kind of like it's hit or miss. It's just hit or miss. You just never know. You can get a 3-star, you can get a 5-star, you can get a 10-star. But if you can't translate it and can't make it work, again, the SWAC cares nothing about stars. Like, so they just got
sometimes we do, but
yeah.
sometimes we do. We look at it like, oh, okay. But then if you get out there on that field and you bomb it, oh, we gonna let you know.
Yeah.
We gonna let you know. We gonna give it to you. Like,
yeah. But that's what I love about the SWAC. I think nothing is sugar coated with the SWAC. I think everything is so out there, open. I think it's a lot of personalities. I think they let fan bases be fan bases, and it's nothing filtered. So I'm glad to be a part of that, and I've really grown in it and met some amazing people, and being able to be on your platform and other platforms, it's continuous.
Yeah. So you played two. They played. Let's see. Let me rewind. So you had your veteran quarterback come in. Dino Maldonado came in from New Mexico State. I think he got injured, and then you go to Jamari Jones. He got. I don't know if he got injured. He just got pulled, and then we go to Jerry Williams. Big body, and then towards the end, you flip between Tajarius and Jaden. Jaden is as your quarterback. For the two freshman QBs, Jaden and Tajarius, what kind of advice have you gave to them as far as play, practicing, any type of pointers that you given to those two freshman QBs?
I would say, really talking to both of them, I would say not to get caught up in, like expectation and just kind of go out. But at the same time, again, we're in a SWAC. Like, you go out there and think it's playtime is over with for you. So they kind of knew, because both of those cats are hungry. So both of them cats made each other better just in practice, because they used to make phenomenal plays. And I think they just need more game experience. It's kind of hard as a freshman coming in. You don't really have that experience, so you're not reading the field as well. You're not making the right reads sometimes. You're kind of doing your own thing, not being coachable. So I was really telling them it's just a lot of things. Be coachable. Understand what the coach wants, and understand that sometimes the play you want to make or what you want to do may not, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. It just may not be good for the scheme right now. So it's just you got to play your cards right, because I think they two different quarterbacks. Ty is more of a big body, more of a runner to me. I think he's more of a mobile. And Jadarius, he's more of a pocket, but also just doesn't have the size to really sit in the pocket and overview his first read, second read, and what to hit. So it's a lot of different things that they're going to keep developing. But those guys' talent is through the roof. And I would definitely say that I commend those guys, because they were already hungry coming in. Really didn't need any motivation. Because really everything was up for grabs. You see how many quarterbacks we went through.
Yeah.
So everything is up for grabs. So I commend them and Coach Wade for even giving them an opportunity. Not a lot of people want to go with freshmen who really haven't had no experience. And we trying to win a game against one of the best teams in the country, and FAMU, and going with a freshman is just not ideal. But it's also like, we do the unthinkable, and we're going to try to get it done. So I commend them.
Right. Jackson Davis. Do it everything. Tight end / receiver / whatever coach put him at. Tell what have you gone up against him in practice, and tell me what you think about his game.
Long, lanky. He remind me of honestly, like when he runs routes. He runs routes better than what people would think. Like, he's a very good route runner. He gets to his spots. He's very hungry. He screams, "Give me the ball," without saying, "Give me the ball." So it's just things like that. And I went against him in practice, and he's caught some one hands. I'm in phase, and he's catching the ball like this, and one hand, and just getting up. And he gets up like it's so, like he just does it like he's used to it. And that's what I love about him. He's so competitive. And that's gonna continue. That's why he was a freshman All-American. And I think that's special for him in terms of his growth. I think he just needed to see that one thing. I think he just needs to see that so he can grow. But phenomenal player, great receiver. You can really put him anywhere, the outside, inside, tight end. I think his frame will lengthen out a little bit, so he'll probably be on the outside. Who knows? You can put him everywhere. So great player, though. Great player.
All right. For any recruit that is considering Mississippi Valley, what would you want to tell them? This is the time. If a recruit is watching this is your time to tell them what they're going to expect at Valley, what they're going to expect from Coach Wade, what they're going to expect from the position coaches, what they're going to expect from the fan base.
Well, I would say just to be mentally tough. Like, you already know you're coming into the Valley. It's a losing program. Mentally tough, and just put your head down and work, because the coach is going to demand nothing but excellence from you. To be different, you got to do different. So I would say just get uncomfortable now. I would tell all of them to get uncomfortable now. Comfortable and accept growth and accept criticism and accept that. I think they'll do fine. But if you care about your stars, if you care about where you came from, I would say right now comparison is a thief of joy. So I would say just put your head down and grind and just worry about you, and then pour it into the whole team. It's all about your self-development and then putting it to the team. But I would say it's more of a mental battle. It has nothing to do with trades, has nothing to do with how fast you can run, how strong you are. It's more mentally. I would say being in the SWAC is a mental battle for sure.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you for coming on. Oh, before we roll out, let people know where they can find you on social media.
You can find me on Instagram, _ Aaron Webb 1, and Twitter, 2_ Aaron 7.
All right, man. I appreciate you for jumping on, and we gonna keep in touch, bro.
For sure. Appreciate you.
Anytime. All right. Yes, he is. He was repping, y'all. He was repping up in here. But man, I appreciate everybody for jumping on. I appreciate you for jumping on and everything. I got you, Eric. But other than that, I want to get into some people that want to talk about early signing day, because I didn't get a chance to do a lot yesterday, and I want to know what people think about as far as early signing day. What your thoughts are? What you think teams are going to do? What you think we need to get as far as so we're gonna do a recap. So yesterday as far as signing day goes, we had a lot of players, we had a lot of kids go in and sign and go to their respective teams. But just listening to what this kid said, them stars don't mean nothing until you get out there on that field. And please, make sure that you try to win the game. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and get into it, because I want to see what everybody's talking about as far as what's going on. So look, first and foremost, we're gonna start with we're gonna start with we're gonna start with the Rattlers. We're gonna start with the Rattlers from Florida A&M. Let's start with them. All right. I'm just gonna say this. FAMU has the best. I don't care, not one, but they have the best. And this is not to my school and Coach O and TC and everybody as far as when it comes to recruiting. But FAMU, when it comes to their recruiting, is on a whole nother level. They do have one of the best recruiting coordinators in the country. And on the FCS level, and if they did combine it for the FBS, he'll be at the top. We talking about Coach Express. Look, I'm not gonna fool y'all. They have signed from my state committee 7 3 stars. In fact, this man right here, what's going on, bro?
What's up, man?
Hey, no, man, you been getting, you know what? You been getting on people's nerves on Twitter, but you know it should be all in love. But tell your boy about this recruiting class for FAMU.
I guess say this. We're gonna repeat.
You gonna repeat?
We done got our quarterback already.
Yeah,
he threw for 2,000. Yeah, he threw for 2,000 yards last year. Mm-hmm. Running back, we loaded. Receiver, it's unfair right now. It's crazy, man. DB, I know you seen that 5-star we picked up today.
Yeah, what's the name? Demore Tate.
Demore Tate. We got another 5-star. I ain't gonna say nothing yet. I'm gonna let it play out. We got one more coming.
So you got your QB. I talked to see this one, Daniel Richardson from FAU. The first one I seen was the tight end from Clemson, Sage Ennis. Of course, he's on the FAMU because he played at Tallahassee, Lincoln High School, Tallahassee.
Lincoln High School.
Yeah. So it's pretty much around the corner from the campus. So, you know, he gets to come back home and play in front of his people. You got Amari Johnson, wide receiver from UCF. Davion Walker, 3-star from Vandy, the wide receiver. Ation Cobb, wide receiver, 3-star wide receiver for FAU. Jalen Smith and Montre Evans, both of them came from Colin, which is in Mississippi. Jalen Smith is the wide receiver. Montre Evans is the defensive tackle. And like I said, Demore Tate, DB, 5-star DB from Florida State. So now, and I know this is just 8, but I think y'all signed right as of now. Y'all have 16.
More on the way.
And more on the way. So
when y'all see these next few. Oh man, I ain't gonna say nothing. When y'all see these next few though, y'all gonna be scared. I can say that.
But man, look, I'm not gonna bullcrap you though. I'm not gonna bullcrap you. I get y'all. Y'all got y'all class right there. Y'all got y'all early signing class, and I know it's gonna be more because when February comes, that's when that's when you bring out the heavy hitters, and then of course that second wave of the transfer portal. And I know Willie, I know Coach Simmons, he believes in that portal, but he, you know what I'm saying, he wants to get to him. He wants that homegrown talent that's from Florida.
Now, line gonna be straight too. Now I heard Cardell Thomas and Goss might be coming back next year.
Right, yeah, but Goss was injured for the last couple of games, right? So he was injured. I seen him when he was at a SWAC championship game because he was dressed, but he didn't have pads on. Now that is good to have, to have the line. TJ Lee should be back too, because I think he's only a junior, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he'll be back.
He'll be back. Grable, what you got about Grable?
I like him. Okay. I don't know if this was his last year or not though. I gotta check on that. I think I gotta see if General Hunt coming back. I don't know if he was a senior on defense. We ain't losing much on that defense either now. We got some.
Hey, I ain't saying nothing bad about the defense. I said,
oh, no.
This is what I said. This is what I said about the defense. I said one player, and that was Anthony Dunn. Y'all told me about him early in the season.
He'll be back too.
And Shaka, huh? Yeah, he'll be back because he's already a sophomore. So
yeah,
I heard about. Remember, y'all told me about him early in the season, right before the season started, right? All right.
Yeah.
I had to, watching on TV. It's cool to watch it on TV, but it's different to watch it in person. And when I seen them, I was like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" I said, "He going if they play against Howard, he going up against that left tackle. Oh, he about to dog. He's about to
you know what's crazy? As good as that defense was this year, with the pieces that we about to bring in, I think it's gonna be even better next year."
So this is a good quote right here from the street committee right here, Miss Brandy. She said, "Truth be told, we need the entire SWAC to recruit well and level up. Got to keep it competitive." What you think?
She right.
Yep. So I mean, look, Musa did his job in 2 years at FAMU. Got y'all over the hump this season. I did have my reservations about him. Y'all know I had my reservations about him early in the season, but he did get the job done. But I'm gonna say this: Coach Express and Coach O at Jackson State, hands down are the two best recruiters in all of FCS. Yeah. Hands down. Cause now look, y'all looking for the long run. Y'all looking to build your roster for the long run. We doing the same thing too. So if we didn't have freaking divisions, man, like we would beat y'all at SWAC championship game.
I think they should take away the division and just let the top two teams play.
Let the top two,
yeah.
So,
because the West is really garbage. I'm just being real, they're garbage.
Hey, it is. Look, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is.
I think y'all about to see our offense really open up now because we was really limited with what we can do with Musa. But now that we got a quarterback that can run and throw, y'all in trouble.
We shall see. We shall see October the 19th.
Mm-hmm.
We shall see on October the 19th.
Hey, with these pieces that we're about to bring in, I think we might beat Troy. We might beat
Troy.
I'm telling you, when you see the rest of this class, I'm telling you. I ain't gonna say nothing. You'll see.
We shall see. We shall see.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna get out of here. I guess I had to call in bragging on our class. It's gonna be better than Jackson State class. We all dad it now.
Boy, hey, you better get careful, cuz.
Get ready for this repeat, man. That's all. I just call in, talk a little trash. Get out of here.
All right, we'll see y'all October the 19th at the Vic. Make sure y'all bring y'all band this time.
All right, hold it down.
All right. You gotta let Rattlers come on here someday. They can brag. I guess they brag different. I guess they brag different now. Since they got their little trophy, their little championship trophy. Okay. Why has the 5-star been in the portal for a year? Wow. I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know. I don't know. Oh Lord. But anyway, man, look, we gonna talk about. We got some other official news as far as with early signing day. I'm going ahead and get on my Jackson State Tigers. Still gonna stay in the SWAC. So for this early signing day from yesterday, Coach O and Coach TC really took a leap of, took a big jump with defensive line and offensive line help. And we're gonna talk about that too. Don't worry, Brandon. We're gonna talk about that too. So you got defensive line and mostly defensive line and offensive line help. You add more depth to the offensive line. We lose Evan Henry. He's graduated. He's in the portal right now. We got to replace Josiah Roa. I know he played a couple of games, but I think he was injured on the back end. So he's into the portal. Chris Gonzalez pretty much is, I guess he's retiring from football. So when you look at some of the things that we had to do as far as when it comes to the O-line, we had to replace some of those, and we had to have, we had a need for O-line help. Because we still got, I don't know if we still have Cameron James, because I think with him, he needed more time to develop, to get, better with his feet, with his hand placement on the offensive line. Of course, we got our freshman All-American Quay Davis. He's man on the left side. Also, remember we had Sir Riley for the last 6 games of the season, who kind of helped around the whole offensive line. And basically, I think he was on the left side, either left or the right side, as playing as guard. Kirk Ford basically playing the right side, right tackle. And trying to figure out who else, but it comes to my mind. But we also have to make sure, we also have to be honest with ourselves and say, hey, this is what we have. This is what we got. This is what we have right now. This is what we lost. This is what went into the portal. This is who graduated, who is not coming back or anything like that. We signed 21 players, and out of those 21 players, 9 of them are from the state of Mississippi. Coach TC has been vocal about getting players from the state, restoring the state, attitude about coming to play in Jackson, not too much going anywhere else. So Um, he has a knack like trying to get those players. See that, and that's the thing. We didn't have that when Dion was the head coach. He didn't really go after the state players, so it kind of rubbed some schools, some players, some coaches in the state of Mississippi the wrong way because he really didn't go too much after the state. The Mississippi players, he went more on a national scale, and we all know what the reason why he did that. So out of the 9 players who coming from Mississippi who signed yesterday, defensive tackle Kazarius Bowie, wide receiver Janalen Dupree, O-lineman Courtney Lyles, wide receiver Richard Mays, DB Tony McCray Jr., another defensive back Robert McDaniel, O-lineman Antonio Ross Jr., DB Sadiq Thompson, and defensive tackle Timon Wells. Robert McDaniel he came from Alcorn. He transferred up to Jackson. He is from Jackson, and guess what? He is going to be added to pretty much almost loaded defensive back DB room. If we think about it, if Jaheim Hazel comes back, you got your right side. K5 should be able to come back from injury. BJ Washington, who was one of the emerging free safeties in the SWAC, he should be coming back from injury. You should get more better play from Jalen Hughes. On the outside, you still got freshman, Batman Mitchell coming in, having a year under his belt, learning the system. You got the menace of the year in the SWAC. It's Guthrie coming back, got him for 2 more years. We have Nyreek Sharp in the same sense as Batman as a freshman coming in, learning the system, getting stronger, getting bigger, getting faster, getting more, mentally tougher. The DB room, like I said, just got better, especially with this addition with Robert McDaniel. Excuse me. So as for the breakdown, the geographical breakdown, of course, Arkansas, we went to Arkansas, got 1 player from Arkansas, 3 from Georgia, 1 from Florida, of course, 9 from Mississippi. We got a kid from New Jersey, South Carolina. We got 1, Tennessee 1, and Texas 4. If you really think about it, I'm doing a position breakdown. They on the defensive line, we got 3 players on the D line, and I know we're gonna have more coming in. We got 6 DBs on the depth, should be coming in on the depth chart. 1 QB coming in, a linebacker coming in, 3 receivers, but 1 running back, but 6 offensive line. That was the biggest thing that Coach O and Coach TC really wanted to hone in and focus on. So let's not talk about the APR because y'all won the SWAC championship game, y'all won the Celebration Bowl. Let's not talk about APR. Oh yeah, we got he's kind of in 3-star running back Nathan Blount from Brandon, Mississippi. So adds to a fully loaded running back room. So basically, we got Mason Barton, who's from West Memphis, Arkansas, coming out of the high school. We talking about a kid who is big, who is menacing, who is long with his arms. He's going to mold into his body, get his footwork little more prepared. But he should be able to compete for a rotation, to be in a rotation for the offensive line coming up this spring and also in the fall. Kazarius Bowie, like I said, from Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. He's from Brandon, Mississippi also. We talking about, he said he could play from B gap to B gap, A gap, B gap, C gap. The kid can do it all on the field. Like I said, it came to it when he was at MGC. 45 tackles on the defensive line, which is a lot. 6 sacks, a lot of tackles for loss. Man, the kid can play on the defensive line. Kobe Boykin. Now, this is the kid I was wondering about. This is the kid that I was wondering about. Kobe Boykin. Now, from what I heard, he's from his last school was Edison High School in Miami, Florida. But he is originally from Southern California. He did go to Los Alamitos, but he did not play for there. He also played at Orange High School in Orange, California. But he took his talents to the East Coast, to South Florida, and shined there at Miami Edison. And he's a running back, but I think he's more of an athlete. So this is what Coach Morton says on Boykin, a 4-star athlete who was ranked as a top 25 player in Miami. He resembles Tank Davis, productive as a ball carrier and pass catcher, quick, hard worker, comfortable with navigating through tight creases, capable of running routes from the slot in the empty set, and he has a high GPA. That's good with me right there. That's good with me. KJ Chisholm, Whale Branch Early College High School, Beaufort, South Carolina. I'm trying to figure out what's up with these South Carolina players coming to play at Jackson, y'all. We got, let's see, this is what Coach Quinn says on Chisholm. Young talent coming from South Carolina is related. Okay, there you go. He's related to Jaheim Hazel, who he's also probably related to Irv Mulligan. There we go. KJ is an explosive athlete with tremendous growth potential. He brings speed and playmaking ability. He is a guy who has the tools to find a way to get on the field and make an impact early. He also brings a blue-collar work ethic and mentality into the room, which can only be beneficial coming from a newcomer. That says it all right there. That says it all. Then we got Xavier Davis, a.k.a. Ziggy. This is what Coach O, the O-line coach, says on Ziggy. Xavier goes by Ziggy and is the younger brother of freshman All-American Quay Davis. He was born in Florida and he was raised in Texas. His size and physicality jump out at you. He will be a road grader who will move whatever is in his tracks. He has the agility and work ethic that will allow him to have a bright future at JSU. Family is family, and that really means something different to Ziggy here at JSU. Of course, that's a little brother, but shoot, hey, little brother about the size of big brother. Got Jalen Dupree, Mississippi Gulf Coast, wide receiver. He's from Philadelphia, Mississippi. He's very productive as a kick returner and punt returner. Led his team with receptions with 48 receptions and 8 touchdowns. Hold on now. Now this is the catch. He is the grandson of Marcus Dupree. Jalen Dupree is the grandson of Marcus Dupree. Marcus Dupree was one of the best recruits to come out of the state of Mississippi. Went to Oklahoma back in the 80s and never was. But if you ever watch the 30s for 30, got the name of that one right there. Check it. Go check it out. Go check it out. Jay has the ability to make guys miss in the open field and speed to take it to the distance. Devin Lafayette, he's from Northern Illinois. Look, that's another pipeline right there because Coach O, Coach Hammett, they all coached at Northern Illinois at one point in time. So they already know how this player is. He's from Brunswick, Georgia, but he went to Northern Illinois. Devin Love, offensive lineman from Louisville, Texas. We talking about a kid that's he's a 3-star prospect with heavy FBS interest, a combination of power and explosiveness as a high school offensive lineman is what makes him dynamic. But most importantly, his maturity and football knowledge. Devin is before his time. I like that. Courtney Lyles from Southwest Mississippi Junior College. Coming back home, played at Provine. Now he get to play at the Vet. I like this. Richard Mays from Colin. Got Tony McCray Jr. from Georgia State, but he's also from Clarksdale, Mississippi. Really didn't feel like what it was from Georgia State, so he decided to come back home. I like that. Come on back home, play for your people. Robert McDaniel, of course, we talked about him from Alcorn State, transfer from Alcorn State, but he's from Jackson, y'all. So this is HBCU All-American, a SWAC. We talking about a SWAC. I think either first team or second team, all SWAC. So it brings a physical presence to the room and great coverage ability. He would add a blue-collar work ethic to the room and be someone to turn to this season. He has value both at corner and safety, making him a versatile addition for us. After this, we cheating over here, y'all. We are cheating. Brandon Mitchell from Memphis, Tennessee, Middle College High School. He's a DB. Joshua Noble, defensive end from Western Michigan. Hometown is Blackwood, New Jersey. Let's see. So he has experience. He played it when he played at Western Michigan. Played in 11 games. Brings in physicality on the edge in the run game and against tight ends. So the 7 technique. Josh has also shown that he generates a good pass rush. He should be a great addition to our room. Adrian Owens Jr., aka Ferrari Owens, coming from Hutchinson Community College in Kansas by the way of Houston, Texas. So originally he was signed to Lamar University out of high school. So he has good sideline to sideline mobility. He can play in zone coverage. He can play man on the tight end. And the best thing about it, he can bring pressure and rush the QB. We got Antonio Ross Jr., Hartfield Academy, Jackson, Mississippi, offensive lineman. Ethan Terrell, Louisville High School from Louisville, Texas. Look, this is what Coach Harris said about Ethan. Dual threat QB, he has thrown for over 4,900 yards and 43 touchdowns in high school. Several of his family members, including his mom, graduated from Jackson State. So, getting the kid was 30 and 4, 30 and 4. His whole career in high school, 30 and 4, 30 and 5, something like that. His whole career in high school. Gonna be an early graduate, gonna try to compete for the for a starting job, and if not, compete for a backup job and probably a red shirt, because I feel like he is the future for Jackson State. Lord Jesus. We got Travis Terrell from Creekside High School in Fairbairn, Georgia, outside of Atlanta. Sadiq Thompson from Moss Point, Mississippi, by the way, Jones Community College. And Timon Wells, D tackle from Hollandale, by the way, Coahoma Community College. We got Brian Van Williams, also from Creekside High School, by the way, Atlanta, Georgia, who's an offensive lineman. So, yeah, those are our 21 signees, early signees for Jackson State. Now, what I will say is, as far as what this goes right here, we have, and thank you to Mona for sending me that. Valley, like I said, Valley has a good they had a good offensive line. I mean, not offensive, but they had a good recruiting class. Signing early, early signing day this year. Highlighted by the addition of Harold Blood from Southern University to head up to Inabena. So yeah, we have those, with Valley, 16 players signed on yesterday. A lot of other schools really didn't get too much anything. Grambling didn't sign nobody because they're going through a coaching search. They got their coach, but they really didn't. They really focused more on National Signing Day on February. Southern really didn't too much do anything. Bama State did some, made some noise yesterday. But overall, it's just the tip of it just little taste right now. The big one will be in February. So y'all watch out for that one in February. Now, let me get on to this, y'all. And let me get this out the way. All right. Just gonna go right into it. What the hell is going on at Texas Southern? What in the hell is going on at Texas Southern? I just want to know what is going on with Texas Southern. Now, let y'all know this is coming from my man Kim Rashad. He said something earlier today that kind of made you think about something. So this is what Mr. Kimbershot said, and he is the owner and proprietor of HBCU Sports. So to the Texas Southern Board of Regents, what good is it for you to even have a VP of athletics if you aren't going to value who he thinks the next football coach should be? Please get out of your own way and let the man do his job. And where I said, preach. Because if Kevin Granger, who is the athletic director and also, like you said, the VP of athletics, if he's supposed to decide who the quarterback is going to, who not quarterback, but who the head coach is going to be, let him decide on that. We shouldn't have to wait. And the way it's looking, you dragging your feet, y'all gonna wait till after New Year to find your head coach. By the time that even happens, he's already behind the 8 ball. Whoever the coach is already behind the 8 ball. So what we also thought about is that the board is 2 people on the board who is kind of seeing about having somebody else being the head coach. Now, Fred McNair, okay, Fred McNair, not gonna lie to you. People say he wasn't in Houston, he was in Houston, he wasn't in Houston. I ain't gonna bull crap y'all. The man was in Houston. All right. Had to be in Houston. Because ain't no way in the world Lou's gonna get out like that. But I'm just talking about a couple weeks ago when the rumbling started. He was in Houston, made an offer. Texas Southern made an offer. Because remember, they're not extending Clarence McKinney's contract. And in fact, his contract ran out on the 15th. Ooh. Fred goes back. He hears the offer. He wants to go. He goes back to Alcorn. He lets them know what the offer is at Alcorn. Alcorn kind of wasn't budging, and then they're like, okay, because everybody knows Fred is trying to make, got 3 years left to get his retirement pension from the state of Mississippi. Hold on now. Whatever. Let me see. Because if it ain't news right now, you say I'm not gonna go through with that. No, Andrew Bowdy born to FAMU. If it ain't came out, I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear it. Let me see something because this kind of threw me off right here. Well, while we at it, man, while we still at it, I still want to talk about this. Like, Fred had a contract. They didn't do anything. They, he went back, tried to get everything settled, and, uh, but other than that, I haven't seen anything. Is from what I'm hearing, the recruitment is still open. He has an offer from Texas A&M Kingsville, which is close to his area. Hey man, you can't be coming up on here and telling me, don't do that. But anyway, my whole thing is if Fred, like, whoever you go with, I'm going to say this: Texas doesn't need to go with Fred McNair. It just needs to go with Fred McNair. That's who I need. That's who I think he's what he needs to do. He don't need to do anything else. Go with Fred McNair. You know what I'm saying? Then you hear word talking about Andre Johnson wants to come and coach, had an interview. It was not that great. Then we all see what Ed Reed talking about as far as he wants to coach, tweeting out he wants to be a coach. I'm not saying he can do that, but the thing about it is nobody's not gonna touch you. You're nuclear. You hostile. You can't do it. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Just be honest with you. I'm Texas Southern going with Fred McNair. If I'm Texas Southern, I'm going with Fred McNair. Nobody else. If I'm Texas Southern, I'm going with Fred McNair. Nobody else. Because it shouldn't take this long. We got the weekend coming up tomorrow. It's Friday. Nobody's not gonna do anything over the weekend. Christmas Eve is on Sunday. Is on Sunday. Christmas Day is on Monday. Nobody's not doing nothing around that time. Then you got the next couple of days, and then it's New Year's. You're not doing anything around that time. It's either get this man a contract and let him sign it, or y'all sit in mediocrity for the next 5 to 6 years. So that's what I got to say about that. They're the only school in the SWAC, East or West, that does not have a head coach yet. East or West, they don't got a head coach. So hopefully they'll get this thing right. And if not, then like I said, they'll be in mediocrity for the next couple of years. I'm just saying they'll be in mediocrity for the next couple of years. I'm just not gonna say anything else about that. It's just terrible. Now, because Fred stepped down from Alcorn already named the head coach, Cedric Thomas, who was the defensive coordinator. Fred is without a job. He doesn't, nobody hasn't said anything to him. And I mean, there's some fault into it on both sides. There's fault with Fred because when I've been waffling with TSU or Alcorn about a contract. Texas Southern gave you a contract, and if Alcorn wasn't gonna match it, I would have went with the latter. Because remember, yesterday's price ain't gonna be today's price. What happened in Grambling issue on signing day? Oh, Grambling really didn't sign too much of anything. Grambling is gotta recruit their whole roster. Half of their players are leaving out. Southern is the same way. I mean, they gave Terrence Graves a job, but you gave him he really didn't. Well, he was already on staff, so it's not like he don't know what's going on. I think they're waiting on for the national signing day. And as far as with both of the coaches, with Coach Joseph at Grambling and Coach Graves at Southern, I mean, they're just going to get down to the drawing board, see who they got as far as their recruiting, and go from there. So my girl says she gonna start the campaign up. Bring back to the Jack. Bring back to the Jack. That's what we going for. Bring back to the Jack. I don't know. I don't know what's up with what's going on. So it's a lot of stuff going on. It's all up. It's all over the place. But at the end of the day, I mean, gotta know what you gotta get. You gotta know what you're getting. And like I said, should have just stayed with what you had before. So, but other than that, hey, y'all make sure y'all hit the cash out. Let's donate. Let's hit the cash out. Try to get to New Orleans for the Legacy Bowl. So that's the other thing. That's the another thing I'm working on right now. Is the Legacy Bowl. So trying to get the Legacy Bowl. So that's my hope. That's my next thing right there. Cause nobody does. There's no bowls in Texas for the SWAC. I know the FCS National Championship game is going to be packed. They only hold 20,000 at Frisco, at Toyota Stadium in Frisco, so it's going to be packed. Other bowl games are going to be, I think, the First Responders Bowl and and that's in Fort Worth, and I know the Texas Bowl in Houston. the Alamo Bowl down in San Antonio. Of course, the Cotton Bowl, which is in Arlington. So we got those bowl games going on right now. I mean, coming up in the meantime. But other than that, man, it's gonna be a good day. Y'all come on tomorrow. Come on tomorrow. Am I going to the combo battle of the bands? I will not make myself go to that. I did that before. Never again. Them folks don't know how to act. So tomorrow, y'all make sure y'all be here for a treat. It's an old friend of ours. Coach Dawn Thornton will be on tomorrow night at 7:30. So that means I got to get up and go to work early from 11 to 7. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. Coach Dawn Thornton, head women's basketball coach for UAPB, will be on the show tomorrow. It is kind of crazy. I mean, the man has won since he's been there. So the man has won since he's been a head coach all around. So, I wouldn't see. I probably would see some FBS schools coming to college, to knock on his door. But I think Coach Simmons he's gonna stay at FAMU. He loved it down there at Tallahassee. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he would want to be anywhere else. Yeah, and I heard they had a good game against Ole Miss today, and they didn't. Yeah, they was kind of short, down the line in the fourth quarter. But like I said, Coach Thornton will be on here tomorrow. Let's go ahead. It's gonna be Christmas time, so tomorrow will be the last. Tomorrow will be the last show for the season. So tomorrow's show is the season finale. HBCU tonight, and we'll start it back up. We'll start it back up around New Year's Eve. No, not New Year's Eve. Probably January the 2nd. We'll start it back up January the 2nd for HBCU tonight, and that will be season 2 for that right there. We are 69 shows in for HBCU tonight. Make sure y'all let people know about this. Make sure we can go ahead and hit that super chat, and let's have a great Christmas coming up, y'all. I know a lot of folks are going to be traveling this weekend. Y'all be careful out there, because folks don't know how to drive. I'm gonna be honest with you, folks don't know how to drive. But y'all go ahead and I'll just say this: send a Christmas donation. Christmas donation for everybody. Everybody send a Christmas donation, no matter what it is. and we'll start it out. We start tonight, and then we can finish it tomorrow. But make sure y'all stay tuned for that with Coach Dawn Thornton. And also, we're gonna get back into it. Like I said, we're gonna do football. We're gonna do football superlatives for the SWAC and the MEAC. And also, trying to figure out some other things going on, but I know HBCU Twitter gonna be kind of a little bit dry for Christmas weekend. So, but y'all enjoy yourselves, be with y'all folks, be with y'all family. I'm gonna be with my peoples on Christmas Day. Other than that, man, everybody check on everybody's mental health. How's y'all mental health today? And I'll start with mine. My mental health is probably at a 6. It can be up a little bit more, but it's at a 6 right now. I got a lot of stuff going on. Got a lot of stuff going on. Pretty much that's what it is, and this kind of keeps my mind. This doing this kind of keeps my mind going. It kind of keeps it at ease. But yep. Make sure y'all check on your mentals. Make sure you check on your loved ones. But we're gonna be up out of here. Like I said, tomorrow night, 7:30. Coach Thornton will be in the house tomorrow night. Make sure y'all like the stream. Make sure that you comment, share. Most of all, subscribe to the channel. I'm your boy, Doc Holiday. This is HBCU Overdrive, where HBCUs matter. I am the voice of HBCU culture. I'll be blessed. Y'all stay safe and hug your loved ones. Tomorrow night, 7:30. Peace.